Hello and welcome to Connected, episode 101. I'm Divya Gopalan.
And I'm Tomasz Koper. From Toronto to Taipei and from Kolkata to Kaohsiung, we've connected with voices and heard perspectives from all over the world. Our first episode aired in March of 2023, and in a blink of an eye, we've reached the milestone of 100 episodes.
And to celebrate this occasion with you, our viewers, we've put together some of our more memorable moments, but be sure to stick around to the end of the program where we'll give you a special look at what goes on behind the scenes of Connected.
So much has happened since we started, and through our interviews and films, we've tried to dig deeper into the topics that shape our world.
If you look at why the U.S. has fallen behind in terms of manufacturing leading-edge chips, the story really isn't about the U.S. The story is about TSMC and Taiwan racing ahead of the rest of the world. So it's really a story of TSMC's extraordinary track record of delivering a new manufacturing technology year after year with hardly any slip-ups. That explains why TSMC is currently capable of producing the most technologically advanced processor chips.
Is there really a silicon shield? Will Xi Jinping or other Chinese leader hesitate about invading Taiwan? Invasion of Taiwan, or so-called reunification, has always been about nationalism, has always been about identity, has been more about politics than economics.
But I would say population is not the problem. The problem is consumption levels. High consumption levels of what's going on in the more industrialized or developed countries. So I think that's what needs to be looked at.
Once you have this kind of mixing of capitalism and conservation, there's inherently going to be some conflicts and challenges that you see coming up.
The reason that there are all these organizations that sprung up since 1986 is because before that, if you call yourself Taiwanese, you can be blacklisted.
I wonder if it's possible to do that sort of a survey, say 35 years ago. People in the US, if any of them did identify as Taiwanese, would probably not have had a great opinion of Taiwan just because that was the Taiwan of martial law era. It was the Taiwan they had left.
Raihan, what is your take on UN's actions here?
A year ago, we finally had a very strong report, very damning report, and in a way it is an indictment against China's massive and egregious human rights violations that are committed in the Uyghur region for the past 7.5 years. But little to no action has been taken, and in part it's driven because of China's overwhelming economic influence at the UN and how much power China wields in these institutions.
These countries take advantage of China's colonial rule over Tibet, East Turkestan, Southern Mongolia, and Manchuria. The international community has benefited at the cost of suffering of these occupied countries.
I think that India needs to have an association with TSMC to build a fab in India right now. What India needs to find is the consumer items that need to be mass produced in India right now. I think that's really where India's manufacturing capability needs to go in right now.
That can be seen in the fact that so many blue chip tech companies from the West have set up R&D shops in Taiwan over the last few years, including the likes of Google, AWS, and even some unicorns in this part of the world. For example, Ilala Move, Zendit, and I think also Caro is scoping around Taiwan market as well. So I think that is a testament to the talent pool.
99% of people who buy crypto, they store them in exchanges like FTX. So they're actually not holding on to their crypto. They're not any more sovereign than if you have your money in a bank.
But apologies, at least we have these vendors, we have these technology in place, and they are working.
You're kind of saying two things here. You're saying on the one hand, people can use crypto to be sovereign and not be influenced by governments. But then when I say, oh, bad people are using it, then you suddenly say, oh, no, they can't use it. They can't opt out from government regulations. So which one is it? Is it regulated or not?
we probably will see more and more events like this in the future, because you can see now the surrounding region of the Antarctica and Greenland ice sheet are now gradually collapsing into the sea. These are something we have to worry about, because we just don't know what kind of the impact, the ecological impact will be in the future.
Aside from the mix of more serious topics like geopolitics, tech advances, climate change, or defense,
here at Connected, we also take a look at the culinary, cultural, and artistic threads that make up the rich tapestry of modern life. Here's a taste.
one of our producers tried out a popular AI image generation service and tried to recreate a known work of art. Can you try to guess who the artist was?
I can't. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't know.
Okay, Jason Allen, it's you. We used your art. Tried to find prompts similar to it. Are you tempted to sue my producer there?
No,
Images?
absolutely not. I'm flattered.
My question to the panelists is, should Taiwan continue drawing on its unique culture and rich history at the risk of staying in a niche? Or should local developers aim for a more international audience at the risk of diluting their Taiwanese character?
Excellent question, Tomas. I'd love to hang out and discuss this sometime, actually.
Don't be surprised if you get a call right after this show. Do you think Taiwan is managing to create its own identity away from the more traditional types of Chinese art that has been prevalent here in the past?
Taiwanese culture and Chinese culture, if we look at it now, at the first 2 decades of 21st century, Taiwanese artists also live in their own contemporary, so there will be different ways of thinking or lifestyle compared with China.
There is something for everyone, in fact, in Taiwanese comics, and that's one of the branding elements of Taiwanese comics, the fact that they are so diverse.
So Stevie, what do you think Taiwan could learn from Japan?
There's actually quite a lot of criticism raised against the kind of Cool Japan initiatives. In some ways, it might be looked at as a model to avoid, perhaps, rather than to emulate.
Well, I think that when you're Egyptian Chinese, born in New Zealand, educated between San Francisco, Cairo, and London, you learn pretty quickly that you're not exactly the typical mold. When people talk of their childhood memories through food, mine ranges from Shanghainese cuisine in Hawaii from my Chinese grandmother, Middle Eastern cuisine from my Egyptian grandmother. So my comfort food is everything from falafel and fool to pho to Indian cuisine. So all of that was what definitely influenced me, because I was very open to everything.
We want to prove to the society, say that, hey, in Taiwan, kids doesn't need to practice exam in 6 years of middle school and high school. That's why I started this school. The name is the By the Student School. Then the abbreviation is by BTS School. Okay.
Must make that very popular.
In the 1980s, I mean, the education in Taiwan became more influenced by the mainstream study placement as the oral philosophy and the trending science Chinese methodologies. So especially the parents, they expect spoken language to be taught rather than the TSL. Under this situations, most of the deaf students, they don't learn the Taiwan Sign Language in the school.
Never give up on anyone, because people can change. And Samantha was perfect for that, to help me get that out of my core.
It can take material and organize notes, but what it can't do is give it soul. There's a kind of patina or a voice print that you get from the human to human interaction, that the process of building the relationship with an author like Sandy. It can't be done through AI, at least not yet.
Most of the men, once they reach certain age, they're late 30s and 40s, they still prefer young women. And that somehow this unbreakable preference, if men don't change their preference, then what you see, there will be, it is inevitable that there will be more and more leftover men.
And while we do enjoy grilling, engaging our experts in dialogue, one of my favorite things about Connected is the features we produce.
These segments let us understand the topic we're discussing more deeply or from a unique angle. We asked our team to give us their top picks.
And here's what made the list.
This is one of the most expensive neighborhoods in all of Taiwan. But not everyone can afford to live in this version of Taiwan. Just on the other side of Taipei, Wanhua is a different story. It's the most historic and also the poorest part of the capital. There are more low-income households here than in any other district in the country.
其实不只是228，还有后来的白色恐怖的案件，很多台湾的人其实都不了解这个过去。
那台湾人说我要打仗啊，大日本人打个战斗，休息台湾。我这个都是玩笑话的，不是别的玩笑。报幕这个地方。
我们有大概15万人真实会员报名参加过，然后大概是快2万人结婚哦。
我觉得不管是到几岁都有谈恋爱、交朋友的权利。那我觉得，与其谈恋爱这个东西，我觉得要更放在前面是要对自己诚实。
My name is Xie Yunting. I am 11 years old. Back when I was at Wuchang Elementary School, we didn't have classes with resources like this. We didn't have teacher Zhirong, and there was no sign language help. I used to wonder every day why I had to go to school and why nobody could provide me with more translation. I worried a lot and felt anxious. But since I came here in the 3rd grade, I've been learning more and more. And I no longer need to keep asking why. I've become brave and confident.
很多海洋生物就是都会一直就是受迫害，然后海里都是垃圾，所以我们就想要减少一点。
The turbidometer will send out a light, and when there are particles, it will scatter. The more scattered light means there are more particles inside.
我是现在43岁，然后我是 Fighting Game 里面全世界最老的格斗游戏电竞选手了。正常来说，一天的练习时间，如果只论打格斗游戏的部分的话，应该是4小时到6小时以上。
Yeah, in the past we've been doing some projects for Reporters Without Borders, and one of those projects were the Uncensored Library, where we build a library in Minecraft to bypass censorship.
Hi, who are you? 好久不见。那时候还没有疫情，好像有4年吗？对啊，我就觉得很久了。
我是岛屿上的饭桌的发起人以宁，这个名字主要是因为我们最初一开始的时候，我们的计划是想要可以采访全台湾各地，然后各个族群的长辈的手路菜以及他们的故事。然后我们就觉得说，饭桌它是一个很特殊，然后有凝聚人心，然后可以让大家在上面就是交流的一个场域。
睡3个小时，对，只剩3个，但 cos 日常就会这样。
This is Alma and Yao, Taiwanese cosplayers, with over 200,000 followers on Instagram and cosplay becoming a global phenomenon with millions of enthusiasts. They decided to quit their day jobs.
Well, we're trying to make an opportunity or create an opportunity for everybody across the island to come here and to celebrate and to show off their heartfelt hard work.
Hi, I'm Tomasz. I'm a producer for Connected, and today, for the first time in my life, I'm getting put in drag.
You've done miracles. I now understand what you mean when like people see the effect, and it's like,
yeah,
oh, it's me. I'm moving my mouth when I speak in my head, but like I don't recognize myself. So it is,
it's an illusion.
A different presence, a different feel.
Yeah, it's quite powerful.
Yes, it is very powerful.
If you'd like to see more of our features or the full episodes, do check out our YouTube channel or the TaiwanPlus website.
One of the best things about living in Taiwan is how open the society is. This is the first country in Asia to legalize same-sex marriage and annually holds the biggest LGBTQ+ pride in Eastern Asia.
At Connected, we stand with diversity and have been proud to amplify the colors of the rainbow on our show.
I feel like Taiwan has a very unique experience, and we have a special position that can help and support Asia LGBT movement.
180,000 people joined the colorful, high-energy celebrations of Taiwan LGBT+ Pride at the end of October. It is the 21st year that people have been taking to Taipei streets in the march to mark LGBTQ+ rights, equality, and diversity. Now, Taiwan is considered one of the most progressive countries in the world when it comes to LGBTQ+ equality and is a leader in Asia in establishing rights for the community.
Even now, like a lot queer people inside the queer community says, do we still need pride? But when I really look around what's happening around the world, I think the pride is still really important, because there's still like more than half of the countries are not having this kind of basic rights for LGBT people.
I feel like Taiwan has always been really passionate about freedom, and then that includes the freedom to live with our own identity. And by voicing it, the community brings about a perspective that really opens up possibilities for the society that we could create.
民国60年代，我还幼稚园的时候，被发现他是同志，但他其实是一个非常非常优秀的人。他是总统府宪兵队的队长，他的同志身份在军中曝光了，所以后来他就举枪自尽了，就是镊子里面写的那个情节。
Before, actually, we rarely see those political parties. They will have this kind of policies when they doing the election campaign. This year, we're trying to change this situation. So, Taiwan Quality Campaign invite Hotline and the other two organizations to finish the first LGBTI inclusive policy white paper.
In this white paper, actually, it includes like 5 aspects of LGBT lives, like education, workplace, intimacy, relationship, and family, health and social welfare, and society and politics engagement.
So make some noise for the super talented Boba T!
My name is Boba T. I started performing 6 months ago in Taipei, Taiwan, and today will be my first time performing at Cafe Delita Taipei, which is the place where kind of bridges the Taiwan drag scene with the international drag scene. It's definitely a place that people can count on to go for, to get together as a queer community, to watch entertaining shows, and to have fun together.
I mean, even just seeing that footage, like, it makes me get goosebumps, and same as Wang, like, it warms my heart. That place is so warm, and I associate with such some of my best memories in my life are in that place. I like so many nights I've spent there just talking around tables and performing and seeing the most queer joy. It's just such a place of joy and community and warmth and welcoming people.
If you are a queer person, you can just call us to ask for like resources in your region, and also discuss about your worries. Also, we answer phone calls about coming out issues, both from the parent side and also from the children's side.
What is the ballroom house? So the history is in Harlem in the 70s and 80s, a lot of queer and trans youth were kicked out of their homes. And so they found places in New York with a chosen mother and a chosen father and a chosen family. And they would live in actual houses.
Now it's grown today to be an international phenomenon and includes people of all walks of life and all kinds of backgrounds. who are LGBT and want to have a place where they can express themselves through dance, through fashion, through all the different categories and everything that ballroom has to offer.
For people who are struggling for their identity, I just want to say that you are not alone.
At Connected, we like to highlight the talents of our many contributors.
Some of them make features and some of them make music, like our resident rapper. Take it away, Anders Ossie.
Watch out, doing the farmer at the farmer's market.
Yeah!
Well, thank you for your time. I have a song that we can dance to. Are you down?
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's go.
Check, check. Is this thing on? All right. Anders Ossie. You see us out of Taiwan doing what we do, finding our way through different avenues. I want to know what it means to be you, so if you got groove, welcome to the crew. When the music hits your body, how does it feel? Like you've got an itch, you've got a scratch under your heel, or maybe your head is nodding back and forth. Yeah, no judgment, all support. Yo, it's late in the evening, you're leaning, you're going out to get some grub. Well, a night market is sure to hit the spot, so meet me at the MRT stop. Delicious aromas coming from the kitchens. Is that new way? No way! Fried chicken, pepper pork buns, Taiwanese sausage, guavo. I should come here more often.
Hey, don't drag me into this. I'm just minding my own business. But quite frankly, both of you are the problem. You think walking is safer? Well, it's not, cause no vehicle seems to know when to stop. My mama always told me to look both ways 3 times before I even think to cross. Y'all always jump on the slightest chance to make a turn before the light turns red. I know that the traffic lights aren't in sync, but you still need a yield for pedestrians. And the same applies when it's a green light. It's not like I can magically disappear out of sight. And may I just say, this pedestrian walkway, it might as well not be there. I'm spiteful towards the motorcycles and the bicycles that fight for my right of way. I despise when they ride on the sidewalk. That behavior drives me insane. No pun intended. Please be attentive. The countdown still has at least 5 seconds. Oh no, I might not make it to the other side in time. I need to start running. Oh, the cars. Oh, whoa!
Ooh. Okay, but we both agree that bus drivers are the worst, right? Oh, don't get me started.
You're used to seeing Thomas and me on your screens, but what you don't see is the team of dedicated and talented people that make the magic happen.
Here's a special tribute to them that they made.
It's definitely my first time trying to produce stories that are from here in Taiwan, but speaking to an international audience.
I helped the producers, so a little bit of research, finding guests.
I need to contact the guests and to make sure that we're having good contact so that we can keep them updated about the recording schedule.
Mainly I work on the social media strategy and planning here at Connected, but aside from that I also do assistant producing and help produce episodes.
At the moment we're trying to focus on Instagram, but we're also uploading all the stuff to YouTube.
It could be anything from making scripts to finding guests, vetting them, pre-interviewing.
I'm copy editing the straps. These are the things that you'll see on the screen.
I look over to make sure that the straps, the things that appear on screen, fit our formatting. I work alongside them on the news team and do my best to lend an extra pair of hands if I need them.
I'm the director. I do the recording for the show.
I'm the photographer in this studio. Yeah, and I operate this crane.
I control the other cameras besides the crane.
I make sure the audio quality of the show is good.
I'm an assistant director. I will play the tape.
I handle all the graphics to send to our designer.
I do animation for Connected. I'm in charge of all the graphics, including line graphs and high graphs.
I used to do the map and some other graphics.
I'm videographer and editor. I shoot in B-roll and interview.
Connected has a very various of the topics, so I need to find a lot of materials for this show.
I will find in the B-roll to make our show beautiful. I will give it to one of our producers to do the quality check, and then we will upload to server, and then we can show our audience.
I do for the makeup.
I do the hair stuff.
Once one episode goes on air, we plan for another episode. So every day, every week is a new episode for us.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And finally, we would like to thank you, our viewers, for connecting with us over the last year. We look forward to bringing you another 100 episodes exploring the issues and topics that connect us all.
Thank you for watching, and as always, it's been great to have your company. And remember, stay informed, stay engaged, and stay connected.